by Warren Mohanji, assistant coach Mugisha Benon, therapist is Iguhozo Yvette, and on the medical team they will have Magoma Julius.
Yeah, thank you, Luke. The teams, like I said, look to be quite balanced.
Yes.
And we should be in for a very mouth-watering match, like the one that has just ended between BBC and Tigers for the Serie B men, the semi-final, game 1. That went to 5 sets. The first referee is Mr. Bukoma Samuel,
Yes.
and assisted by Stamil. And the scorer is Okiria Kevin.
Yeah, good experienced team of officials as well for this game. So as the match is going to start, the players are getting their final instructions from the coaches before they get onto the court. I think it's going to be a battle of the setting department. What do you think?
Yes, it's setting department, but I think it's going to be really all round. Spotters rely mostly on their outside hitters. We will wait to see what Hilary Kankunda will do, and we'll see what Tushemerere Joan will do. Joan is, of course, very experienced. Hilary is doing her second. Of course, unfortunately, COVID halted most of her progress, but she started playing in 2019 in the National League for Spotters. And they are both the diagonals.
Okay.
So it will be interesting to see how much both sets of players will lift up their team.
Very true. And I know vision for service, they will try as much as possible to pace that service to try to get them off system.
Yeah, what I like is that right now the gym, the hall seems to be already quite full with fans, and it's nice to see that we have already many people eagerly waiting for the match to start.
Yes.
Many Spotters fans, many BBC fans, and they'll be at full voice as the match kicks off.
I know that will have to be. It's going to be a mouth-watering game, I predict. So they get on court.
So starting lineup for BBC is Tushemerere, Joan, Flavia. The starting lineup for BBC has Irene Amodin, Tushemerere, Joan, Flavia Omuhoza, Catherine Ainembabazi, Scholar Akelo, and Rebecca Logosi.
Okay. For Spotters we have Pascal in position 1. Then we have Doreen. Then we have Hilary. Then we have Esther. And then Comfort. And finally Diana in position 6.
Actually, I beg your pardon. I spoke of the diagonal. It's actually not Hilary, it's actually Comfort, who is the diagonal for Spotters. And the serve is for Spotters. Pascal serves off the match.
And here we go. Action. Good cover.
I must say that it was a shaky pass from Amodine Irene, who is not really a receiver. Well, but she has to receive now. It looks it's going to be very tough for them.
Yes. And they seem to be going well strategically.
Yes, she's not for sure. She will. BBC will have to find stability with her. But if Pascal keeps going to her, it's going to be real tough for.
Which seems to be what she's targeting actually.
Yes.
A good block. Okay, continue.
Yeah, the ref saw a touch from the block, which is good, credit to him.
Yes.
And the players understood it. The players didn't. The fans wanted him to make the call, and it's nice.
It's very good, very good. He has control already.
Yeah, so 1 to BBC and 2 to Spotters, and Flavia goes to serve.
And they go for the pipe attack. Good kill block by Esther.
Tumebaze Esther.
That was
Yeah.
a good kill block.
Yeah, she was a young, talented player at the time from high school, and she had the opportunity to go with the national team to Holland for a training camp, and also travel with the team to Nairobi thereafter in 2013.
Okay. Building her confidence. Good touch.
Yes. Joined UCU, and then later on joined Spotters.
So far, the defense of Vision is still a bit shaky. Some of those points can be, some of those balls can be covered, but
Yeah.
they still seem a bit shaky.
And I thought they didn't have to wait to get Amodine out for the libero, because for sure she's not going to go one-on-one, and yes, and that's the battle of the diagonals. Joan off Comfort's block, and
Yes.
a point for BBC, sending Catherine and Mbabazi to serve.
Okay.
At 2-4.
2-4. And she goes to serve the diagonal. Oops.
Well, complete mishit by Hillary, but I think the set didn't quite reach. It stayed quite to the middle. It's sometimes very hard for young players to adjust.
And also given the way she had approached the ball.
Oh, nice pass, good hitting kill from Joan.
Joan True. It's interesting that they are serving Comfort.
Yes, because Comfort is a diagonal. She's not a receiver.
Good strategy.
And they know each other. I know that Catherine knows Comfort so well from their times from Western Volleyball.
Yes.
So
Then she goes down the line on court.
yeah, nice down the line off Amodine's block.
Yes. It's going to be interesting to see how Spotters sets up, because they were in that rally, the previous rally, they were having 4 receivers.
I tell you what, the more the receivers, the better.
The better.
The more the receivers who can ably do the job, the better.
Exactly.
That's out by Hillary. I point to BBC, tying the game at 5-all.
5-all.
So Scholar goes to serve, also a young girl who's come through hard training at BBC, and it's nice to see her get to that.
It was obvious. Two people remained for the quicker attacker, and were able to stop her.
Yes, and Joan also makes the contribution.
Yes.
Right now, it's nice to see that Joan is going to the left.
Yes. Oh, good kill by Comfort.
Joan flew away and left the diagonal quite open, and she hit the ball cross court down. Very nice. So, what can Esther bring to the table on the service box?
Let's see what she does. Sounds straight. Oh, that was an flat-footed. Should have been able to move for that ball.
Yeah, you expect the setters nothing to drop in front of the setters most of the time. Nice tip ball.
But it was a good set from the setter for a 3-ball in the middle.
Oh, Yes.
Eventually, first ace of the game.
Yes. And like the previous ball, Sporters players seem to be stuck to the ground, and it's just half a step and they can be able to pick up the ball. Yes.
Good scoring by Comfort. The set was not very comfortable for her.
Yeah, but the block was well set, so she had to do something a bit tactical and
She has been able to make to get the point for the team. So Comfort in the serving box for Sporters. Down the middle.
Yeah, I think that was quite a forced set to position one, and Joan hits it, smacks it right down in the middle of the net.
8 for Sporters, 8 for Vision. Those are the scores now. Good defense. It went over.
Yeah, a complete miss hit. Her body is facing the diagonal and the hand is going to the line and the ball goes out.
No control of the ball.
Yes, from Amodine.
Interesting. The screen, they're trying to put it towards 5. They want to force that service towards 5. Or she goes to 6. Football, what can they do? Goes attack down the line.
Yeah, she did a good job to use the libero flash.
Yes.
And gets the point down the line. No one to cover there. And Comfort still stays at the service box. Now Sporters leading by 2 points, 10-8.
Good service.
With some pace as well.
Yes.
And hit long by Amodine. She doesn't look very comfortable.
And I can see the coach calls for timeout for Vision.
Yeah.
Good service by Comfort. She's pressing her services and making it difficult for Vision to play in system.
It seems also that the service of Comfort has brought some confidence into the Sporters team, and some discomfort to the BBC team.
They have been able to put a run of about 4 points.
Yes,
which is good. The coach had to break that momentum. Like you said, they seem to use the out attack more for Sporters.
Yeah, we'll see very little or nothing at all from Pascal.
Yes.
Now that Esther was blocked once, we'll wait and see whether Doreen will actually have the guts to play another ball.
Took by the setter.
Yeah, dump and right in the middle, and the collision between Hillary and the libero Patricia, and then a point for. So Amodine goes to serve, reducing the gap to 2 points, 9-11. Oops, I think she hit that with 2 of her fingers.
Good cover, effort. Good hit by Diana. Libero put the ball up, but there was a net fault.
Net fault by the center blocker, Rebecca Logose.
Sending Diana to the service box. And she goes long.
And I feel the set wasn't quite okay. She wasn't comfortable with it. And her approach, she expects the ball more to the line. The ball is towards the middle of the court. And I think the setter has to get it right. The alignment of Joan to do the backcourt in position 1 has to be better. good rally of defense.
And finally she hits it.
And still, and that was still a case of a bad set from the setter. It didn't reach out, it was low, and just forced Catherine to hit the ball out low.
But you see the fighting spirit the Sporters depicted, keep the ball up. One more chance. And
yeah, I think also
contentious call. The referee says on, the line now has said it was off.
Yeah.
In this instance, the first referee overrules the line judge. Yes, true.
Now a 6-point lead for Sporters, and BBC don't seem to have the momentum.
They look, even their body language, they are still low, still seem cold.
I was saying, I think considering the block at the net for Sporters at the moment, it's quite short.
Yes.
So, if I were the coach on the other side, if I were in Subuga, I would be playing the ball more in the middle.
Yes.
And Dorin is also to the outside. That ball should be accurate and it should be a clean hit. If they cannot score with this lineup at the net, the defense on the opposite side, then it's going to be really hard for BBC. They're going to have a very torrid afternoon.
Yeah. And she scored. Hillary. Though the ball was still not very comfortable, it was not a very good set, but she was able to get a point out of it.
And not really a hard hit. There's no hard hit that we've seen so far except the one of Joan.
And for comfort, in position 2, where she hit one, that has been the only one. You can actually tell Sporters seem to, the way they're even communicating on court, they are more active than those of Vision.
Yeah, more defensive, I would say. They are there to make sure that the ball doesn't really drop. See, that's a point in case.
Yes.
And then they have the opportunity to attack again. Yeah, very wise from Joan. Over miss hit, and when we're doing defense, when you have a short setter, normally you want the person in position 6 not to go diagonal, but to defend towards the line.
Exactly, bias towards position 1.
Yes, exactly. So you have 2 defenders there and hope that they can be able to pick up that ball.
With the cross-court attack. Ball on court. Good defense.
Good defense and a tip over by Scholar because the ball was moving too fast and
the reactive action.
Yeah, and funny, the Sporters players looked at it and were just hoping that it goes out. Yeah,
and
because they could have picked. Yes, they could have picked it.
They could have picked it. So Sporters take a timeout at 16-13. Could Hillary be having an issue? You see they are trying to bandage her wrist.
Yes, well, we hope that she's okay and then we can have a good match.
True.
So, BBC have gotten themselves back in the game.
That is true.
They still need a couple of points though to be within touching distance.
Flash continues with the service.
Yes. A 4th serve. Very easy serve, I must say. And no one did go with a slide. Easy.
I think they didn't expect her to set it there. That is the second quick ball she set so far. Let's see what Dorin gives us on the service.
Has always been a good server.
Yes.
The setter there tried to go to
net fault by Vision. bit of Nemo, sort of visual notice they were picking on Amoding and
Getting her out for the lead goal. I thought the block touched.
I thought the block did touch that ball as well.
Yeah, I don't think the ref saw that. Yeah, but well, Vision get a point and make it 14-18.
They still have a range. They need to put together some consistency in. Let's see what Comfort can give us off the block. Good cover.
Yeah, fantastic cover by
So Sporting gets a free ball. And a good down throw. That was wonderful from Dorin.
Yes,
They didn't expect it.
spectacular to watch. Caught the entire defense of BBC Mnapo.
Unaware. So that is 19-14. Sporters leading.
Finally, Amading makes her first point.
It seems the ball was moving too fast for her. If you see her reaction to that ball.
Yeah, there's some stabilization from BBC to do, especially in the setting department.
Yes.
So they bring in a setter server Maggie in for Scholar, the center blocker,
To serve.
and hopefully reduce the gap. 15-19 the scores. First set, game 1, semi-finals of the National League, and it goes out long. That doesn't help at all, does it?
Very true.
Quite a comfortable lead for Sporters.
Yes. They just need to maintain this lead to ensure that they serve out this set. I think Vision has not yet got that fight in them.
Yeah,
Because like that is a soft point. That ball could have been played, but they still seem to be standing, they're flat-footed.
yeah, there's a lot of timidness about them as we speak.
So good goal by the first referee Salim on Pasca.
But yeah, Joan went down and Esther went down and picked that ball, tip ball from Joan in position 5.
Yes.
Normally that's a point straight. It's good that a center player can still go down.
Yes. What do you do? Comfort. Low. The pass was low for her. She tried to use the block, but the block was well positioned.
Yeah, and 17-21. Was flying and off the net, and she just broke through, and some strong power hit by Diana.
Yeah, she exploded for that particular attack. Comfort, let's see if I good. Oh, straight down to the net. Just before I was going to say, we hope she's going to give us a good services shot.
Now will Amoding return the favor?
Let's see.
Amoding formerly played for Mbeje and Nkumba and the national team.
Yes.
Well, that is ball watching that I hate to see. It's really it must be terrible for the coaches to look at their players letting that ball drop there. And it's the second time it's dropping in position 5.
Yes, where the libero is supposed to be positioned.
And they're busy ball watching. still good serve, but not good enough.
Self-cover, flash, off the block.
She just boxed it over the center blocker. And yeah, if she'd left it for the center blocker, perhaps they would
Perhaps
have,
they would have gotten another chance.
yeah, that's panic. Those unwanted reactions players have.
But normally they should be able to have faith in their defense. When you set your block, you should know who is going to come and cover. Good explosiveness.
Yeah, that was a good set. And now that is a no contest. Pascal and Akiteng Doreen blocking Catherine. It's a no contest.
Sure.
If she's jumping at the right time and the ball is set at the right height,
yes,
she's going to score 100%.
This is a very important point for spotters if they need to side out and get some more firepower.
That was out.
It was actually going out.
Yeah. Rebecca didn't read it well.
So 24 in favor of spotters. Set points. Pascal serving for the set.
I think the libero of BBC has come in and done a good job for
Yes, she
them.
really has. She really has. All the defense,
For defense and
And,
service reception.
she's done a good job.
So
Miss hit, but still she's able to score.
and close the set. For me also, that was right in front of Rebecca, and she was just standing and watching. And you can't do that. You have to be low in defense and be
Yes.
able to pick that.
Very
It's a
true.
miss hit, good, okay, but then there has to be an attempt. If you don't attempt, you'll never. It's a process to actually doing the action. So if
Very
you don't
true.
attempt to defend, you'll never defend.
Exactly. The other thing I wanted to make a comment is that when you look at the Vision team, they seem not to be covering the block. The dump around the 3-meter line, that, like you said, they are all standing. People are not moving. So those balls are they are very soft points for spotters.
Yeah, we need Vision to fire up a bit and get the game going. It's still a bit dull and
True.
a bit slow and nothing really catching for the fans to get excited about.
Exactly, and also the setting department. I think Flash needs to be a little bit more consistent. So, for our viewers who have just joined us, the first set between Spotters ladies and Vision has just concluded with Spotters taking the first set, 25-21.
Yes, first blood to Spotters, they'll be happy about it because they haven't exerted really too much to win it. It's been more Vision not showing up at all, and you can see from Nsubuga's body language that he's a bit frustrated, and
Yes.
he's trying to find a way of getting them going.
Get that spark,
Yes.
the team. Let's wait and see what they bring to the second set. Same lineup, I presume. Vision goes back with the same lineup.
On paper, Vision is more physical. They have the height, they have power, but Spotters are more smaller, and they seem to have the art, more of the art, and they are getting on with their business well.
They have been playing as a team, and the chemistry has been picking up on this Spotters team for a while now. The team chemistry amongst the players. Has Spotters changed the lineup? Yes, I think they have. No, it's still the same.
Same lineup,
Yes.
just one rotation. Same lineup,
Yes.
yeah, same positions. So Flash will get us going.
Okay, first point. Good effort by Flav.
Now,
Exactly what you said.
yes,
Where the setter is,
yeah, good set
Mismatch.
right above Doreen, and then it's a
Mismatch.
thunderous kill by Catherine. Yeah, well, that's what we want to see. Huh? We want to
Yes.
see
Some
some nice
explosive.
hits, some explosions, some yeah.
goes for the slide. No.
And the second straight point for Catherine to the diagonal.
At least they have come. You can see they have started this set much more active. Two zero.
Until now, Malik Damulira, the coach of Spotters, has been quite comfortable. There's no need for alarm yet, but he'll be thinking if they don't make the third point. Yeah,
Yes, that was a carry.
yeah,
It was too far off the net.
yeah. She needed to step back and maybe hit it.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so the point goes to Spotters. They must be relieved because they didn't have any answers at that point. So, good cross set by Catherine, and yeah, long out by John. But the set was really nice.
Very good
It's
set
good
from
to see
Cathy.
players being able to.
Especially when they're off system.
Yes.
What does comfort give us?
Yeah, ball was a bit off. So.
Oh, and she goes for the hands. It's a block out by Kathy. Point Spotters, that was by Hillary. Whose wise attack? She saw
Yes.
the block had
And
set
use the
up.
block, yeah.
Good service. I thought the ball was not going to cross.
For a moment, beautiful set by Doreen.
True.
Yes, left the whole net defense of BBC gaping.
Yes.
And the biggest players, and they're failing to score, and that's also that should be very worrying for Subuta.
But that was a good effort defense by the libero, Jackie of Vision. Good service. She seems to have picked her rhythm now for the service.
Yes,
We don't want a player getting into that rhythm.
and yeah, timeout for Subuta, and just like I said, it had to get him worried.
Yes.
I think also when setters run to the net most of the time, they don't actually reach the net. They stay somewhere between the net. So if that setter at that point, if Flavia had run up to the net, should have been able to play that ball.
Yes, she should have.
But she ran and stopped maybe a foot off the net, and she just could not jump high enough to make sure she makes the play.
Very true. Else then she should, if she's not reaching there, the pass should be high enough and off net.
And
that's the strategy they want to use.
Yeah, and the receivers of BBC were standing a bit too far from the attack line, and the ball is dropping really quick. So they need to step up. They need to move closer to the attack line.
Yes.
And because she's not going to change, it's almost the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. And yeah.
That is good serving by Doreen for spotters. They had started with a good explosiveness, but they seem to have just gone cold now.
Yeah, so Amodin comes into. It seems they're arguing. They're arguing about who should be there to receive. Amodin doesn't want to receive, and
good cross-court attack, good defense by. That was a good defense by.
Good defense, and there's no one to play the free ball. It's so hard, and then Logose goes out for the liberal. Supposed to be one of their better receivers, and she's out of sorts. So Amodin has to take the burden, and Doreen still keeps the serve.
And she knows that she puts in Amodin free ball, and she's so soft at point.
So 2-0 to 9-2, but 8 straight points.
8 straight. If you look at the body language of Vision, they don't seem to be in it for the fight. Finally.
Yeah, to the line. Yeah, that is supposed to be BBC's strongest lineup, and they cannot go 9 rallies without making a point.
So 3 for Vision, 8 for spotters.
Good defense and good set. Hit off the block. Good hit by Amodin, yeah.
It's interesting. They have put Comfort to receive and taken off Hillary.
Yeah, teams do that because it's easier for It's easier for the setter to run in and be able to set.
That's good. That's
unlike starting from behind position 2, and then it's a long way to run.
And in most cases, if you get a team, they will decide to serve exactly where the setter is supposed to tend to be running through. What service?
Yeah, a fault in
called Doreen?
Yeah, Damulira doesn't seem to agree, but that is totally a double touch. You can't argue with that. It's going the other way. And he played for Nkumba, he played for Mast, he played for Air Force before joining Spotters.
Yes.
Coach of men, yes, coach of Spotters.
Spotters ladies.
Yeah.
The Nsumuga seems to be calm on the bench, but they have tried to put some points on the board. This time she was red.
And then it goes behind. And a score
they should be able to call a timeout now because that has been she served that is her first time.
Yes, so a 2-point game. Yeah, it just didn't work this time. The blocker was quite ready, Logose, and she managed to stop that. Complete diagonal miss hit by Diana. 1-point game, 8-9 from 2.
Very interesting. They are back in the game.
Yeah,
Timeout, Spotters.
Of course. of course, they had to call the timeout. Maybe they should have called it a bit earlier,
I think
so that they still have their lead in place.
The reception from Sporters seemed to be pushing the setter to position 4, forcing her to set in that very position. So I think Sporters need to correct that and direct the reception to the pass to position 3, giving the setter all options.
This is typical of women's volleyball. There's a lot of seesaw, especially when the teams are quite balanced.
Yes.
One making 8 points on the spin doesn't mean they are going to keep that lead.
The others can do it. It has just happened like we said.
Yeah.
That's a better. Wise play.
Yeah, initially it was very good from comfort to the setter, so that it has to be an emergency set by another player. And Joanne did a good job of hitting off the block of Diana and off the libero to score and tie the game at 9 apiece. Second set, semi-finals.
Finally, she gets a kill block from Esther.
Yeah. This
They
time,
needed it at this particular
yeah, and they set up quite well, but it was also another good set from Catherine.
Catherine, yes. 10-9.
Catherine started playing for VVC in 2017 or 18, so she's played for them for quite a while.
True. Off the block.
Yeah, good point, 10-0, and Joanne goes to serve. She also has a ferocious serve at times.
Yes, she does. If she passes that ball,
like we said,
Service.
good serve, good defense. Now we're getting somewhere. This is what we want to see.
okay, let's see how do we use it. Nice crowd. Oh, good effort by the libero, but
Yeah, it's a good fight, and the fans appreciate it.
They do appreciate it.
Everyone is clapping. It's nice. Some smiles around the stadium.
Diana is really exploding in position 4 when she's going for that spike.
Yeah, however, it's taking her 1 or 2 tries before
She can kill it.
Yeah, maybe even 3. Yeah, good serve and gets the setter. So I think,
Out of
yeah,
position.
the setter should do better at that point. She must do better because the serve is hard and
Yes.
the pass is good. She just has to jump a little bit more,
Yes.
and then
Good defense.
yeah, good high defense.
Oh, I love that. That was good positioning from Comfort.
Yeah, she was already there
Yes.
waiting.
Off the block.
I think they can get that one.
Yes.
Yes, and the libero gets it.
Was that ball on?
Yes. And
Good.
defense again.
Good rally.
Yes, very good rally. And I think Amadine was out of, the fans love it. Amadine was out of breath. I think she's quite out of breath. So they take a 3-point lead.
Yeah, you can see Diana trying to get her breath. Some interesting volleyball now being played.
Yes, I think Amadine has to do better. She has Doreen and Pascal who are very short, who are the shortest blockers in the Sporters team.
Yes.
And she has to score immediately. When the more she delays to score, the more pressure she puts her teammates. Yes.
Very true. So she goes to the serve.
Like I said, she's out of breath. She wasn't sure she's the one
Going to serve.
doing the serve until the ref.
The rally, the previous rally has been very long and interesting.
Yeah.
The set
On the
was
belt.
not-
Yeah,
yes.
it hit the belt. So that's why I say there's no block, very short or no block at all.
Yes.
Because that ball just trickles over the belt. If there's a block, then they should be able to touch
Touch
that.
it.
So that goes.
And this is the mismatch we talked about when you have Catherine and the setter blocking Doreen.
Yes.
It was good scoring off the block. The block did not penetrate.
Yes, off the net, jumping off the net, not looking at the ball. It's another of those so-called soft points I call.
Yeah. So Diana goes to serve for Sportes at 14-12.
Absolutely brilliant from Bukoma Salim,
Yes.
because I thought Pascal tried to penetrate to play the first ball that was close to the net, and she touched the
Touched
net.
the net first.
Then when the ball was retrieved,
There was
the
a
players
collision.
went into the net. Yeah, there was a collision.
Oh, that was
But it's brilliant for Salim to spot that and stick and recognize it and call it. And that's terrible from BBC.
When players fight for such a point and a soft point is given to the opponent, it tends to discourage sometimes the players. The morale goes low. So Pascal goes to the serve. 15-13.
Very good block from Esther.
From Esther.
Turned
She
in,
had the option of
going towards the line,
Yes.
but I think the set came too out outside the antenna that she had one option
she
to
had
go
one option to
diagonal.
go diagonal.
Yeah,
Else
so-
should hit the antenna.
Yes. So that ball has to really
She should stop
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, it should drop from about where the antenna is.
Oh, that was a soft point.
Yeah, another one. All of them caught standing, literally standing. Yeah. And all they could do is scream.
And
It's
scream.
interesting with the women. When they can't do anything, they just scream.
Interesting. So we are 14-16.
Yeah, Sportes has quite good lead.
They've tried to maintain it.
Yeah, not the first one. I don't think she's having one of her better games.
Yes.
Hillary, many are going out. The only few she got in were quite mishits
Yes.
or off the block.
So they've taken her off the reception because they were actually picking on her. Let's see what Comfort can do. In such a situation, in such a scenario, I like what Doreen did in most
Exactly.
cases.
So that is the exact thing I was saying about the BBC player.
Mm.
She has to do better. Doreen did her part.
Yes.
Pushed the ball, contested against the center blocker, and even managed to keep the ball on the BBC side.
Very true.
Unfortunately, on the hit, the returning hit, Esther couldn't set it and it just flipped over.
Through her hands. Down the line by Catherine.
Yeah, a quick set to the outside. And whereas she's quick to swing, and I would prefer for her to be a little more comfortable, because if it's a bit higher,
Yes.
then she will even hit it harder.
True. That seemed she reacted very well to that ball.
Yes. And the same scenario we had when the set was beginning,
Yes.
with flash serving, and then Sportes is under pressure and they have no answer. It's the same situation. Only that this time now they've made 3. Now they lead by 2 points.
Timeout for Sportes.
Second time out.
Yes, that's the second timeout. And they are last for this set.
Yes, a big concern. the coach is speaking mostly to Doreen and trying to make sure that she's. And they're also busy talking to Esther. I think telling her to reach, because the last hit of Joanne was a one-on-one between Hillary and Joanne. Yeah.
Yes, true.
So it was. So I think the coaches are telling Esther, look, you have to join the block and reach. But I think Esther is doing a good job because she needs to help Doreen more. She needs to go to Doreen's side more, and that's what she's doing.
And credit to Flash, she noticed that and put the ball to position too.
Yeah.
When Esther pushes this side too much, then she puts the ball in position too. Some life in the Vision team now. If you look at them, they're even now communicating amongst themselves.
Yes, and like we say, this is their best lineup. This is when they should expect them to make points.
Most of the points.
Yes.
Against this one.
Yes. Yeah, good serve and
good touch by the block. Oh, it was going out.
Yeah, it was out and Diana slipped a bit and just flipped through.
Interesting, as you said earlier on, that the range should never worry you in a ladies' match.
Never at all. Yeah, and Hillary is receiving, but she's receiving it, and the setter just has one option to give her the ball. She can't even play a backward, so that is it's a bit tough on. And now Comfort has to receive. Then she cannot go for that 3 meter attack. Yeah, and certainly spotters are really locked up there. I think,
they take Hillary out and bring a substitution. Shamira Karanzi comes in for Hillary. Spotters needs to improve on the reception.
Yeah,
the
so
pass has to come to.
So Flash will definitely go to her and test her. So the pass is a bit better, and she had the option of using Esther, and Esther does a good dump to position 4.
17-21.
Yeah, so this is their Achilles heel. So yeah, you can see that Logos this time has stepped up forward to make sure she receives.
Body serve, good service still. Down
and completely over the block. I think Comfort should have done a bit more.
Yes. Because even where the ball went, it's very hard for somebody to cover that position.
Yeah.
If you have somebody...
It was quite sharp.
Yes.
22-17. Second set. And
off the block, good cover though.
And a beautiful set and good defense from...
hand defense.
Yeah. I think that should have been an overreach.
Yes.
Subjective it's subjective, but Joanne's hands were completely over the net.
Yes.
Onto Hillary. And if Hillary had tried to set that ball, maybe it would have been...
Maybe they could have called the call.
Yeah.
That's a good pass.
Yeah, and now this time you can see that Logos really came sharp to cover the attack inside the attack zone. She's in position 5, but came in the attack zone to defend that ball because Esther just tipped the ball in that zone. And set her out, giving Doreen a break.
Yes. Then comes Laurette. You see,
a big block. This is still a good, good call. Definitely a double touch. If I don't know, if players are not sure, if the ball is too high, you're running, you're off balance. Why don't you use underarm pass?
True.
It's safer. It's easier. It's also okay. And just keep the ball up instead of making a setting foul.
Error.
Yes. good serve, good pass to Joan, good block, and Spotters have the offense and blocked again. Good rally, and the block killed by Hamidin. Yeah, so
the Vision takes the set.
yeah, so 1-1, we have a game on hand.
We have a game.
Yeah, and also a quite convincing margin.
25-18. The previous one was 25-21.
Yeah.
Favor of Spotters. I think Vision stepped up this set.
Yeah,
And you could see the body language. They were now communicating. They were talking to themselves. The service stride worked for them. Yeah, unfortunate for Spotters, most of the receivers in position 5 were keeping the ball close to them, giving the setter one option.
yeah, and Subuga will be very pleased with what he's seen from his troops.
Yes.
And you could see them crossing after the set, moving to the other side. They were running, and they seemed to be quite energized from their performance in the previous set.
We can see the coaches of Spotters trying to discuss amongst themselves. Warren, Mugi, and Malik, I think, trying to see what strategy to come up with for this set.
Yeah, it's always service reception, isn't it?
Yes.
So it was, they went to Hillary, and it wasn't an ace, but it just kept them in that position. Hillary could not score, and then Vision just blew away. They created a range and kept it. So what do you expect to see in the third set?
I expect Spotters, first of all, to improve on their reception. Maybe try to avoid Hillary if she's back on court. But the challenge with that is that you'll have to be bringing comfort and removing the option of the 3-meter attack in position 1. So that would actually require Hillary to step up on her reception. And we haven't seen, like you had said, the middle, but I would want to see more of the middle also put in. I know Doreen can actually play the middle very well. I saw her do that in Nkumba.
Yes, but Pascal, you see, when you're a setter, you need the players to also give you confidence that when you give them the ball,
Yes,
they'll be able to score or do something about it. So I don't think Doreen has that much confidence in Pascal.
Okay, maybe for Pascal.
And in all fairness, Spotters have also a few taller players on the bench.
True.
And if it's just for the blocking purposes, well, you want a taller player. Then if Pascal is a better blocker than the other center blockers, yeah, very good, well done.
Strategy from the coaches.
Yeah, but also credit to Pascal for being able to do that. But you would like to think that a taller player means a taller block.
That's true.
Yeah.
As for Vision, what do you think the strategy will be?
Yeah, I think I was very happy with what Catherine and Joan did. Catherine especially took up the mantle and took the lead by making quick fire points in the second set, and then Joan joined her, and then the setter was also a bit more stable because in the first set she was out of sorts.
Yeah,
she stabilized a little bit, but we would also want to see her play her middle attack a bit more. We want to see more from Scholar. We want to see more from. She actually, interestingly, trusts Logos and Rebecca more than Scholar. Yeah. So Scholar had one miss hit out. The ball was a bit low. It was a bit off the net. But that's what happens to setters. When one set doesn't go well and the attacker hits it out, they tend to give up very quickly on the attacker. And yet it's just 1 point, and then that point could be the same as a defense. It could be so. So it's funny. So if the coaches don't insist, then the setters will ignore that player. Yeah.
So we get third set is about to start, and Doreen is going to serve the first ball.
We're also very grateful for Alcasa Restaurant for making this live stream possible.
Yes.
Mr. Ahmed Chigundu, Thank you for the good job. Keep doing. May Allah bless you in this fasting period.
And we spoke about using the middle, and she actually went good touch by the block. Interesting how we have talked about the middle and
both sides are trying to use it already. Yeah. Yeah, and it's nicely pitted because it's a scholar who is slightly taller than Joan, and Joan is more experienced, and they are playing against each other. So it's nice to see a contest like that. So Doreen this time doesn't manage to hold herself for a while.
One vision, one spotters. Third set for all viewers joining us. This is the third set. The set score is 1-1. They have now known
Beautiful from Logos. I really like defenders defending that way. It's a very sharp tip. You don't expect someone in position 5 to pick that.
Exactly.
But she did pick it, and then Catherine did a nice roll to the diagonal, and then Hillary Comfort hit it into the net. Yeah, but it's now they're trying to stretch themselves, and that straight ball going to the middle. Yes. And it's nice that Doreen is using Esther a bit more and less of, because she realizes that the others are also not scoring too much.
They need to step up.
Yeah.
I always prefer that if your middle is working, it helps the outer attackers to be able to find one block and should be able to kill that ball. Good explosiveness. Did she go above?
Yes, that was totally above. Of course, Esther didn't join well, but it just barely touched Hillary's hand. Comfort's hands. But when Joan drove that ball down to the ground, it's very emphatic. It speaks volumes. I hope that doesn't take away comfort from comfort.
Exactly.
Now a mishit, and this time they get to pick it.
Okay. I thought did the block touch that ball? Didn't think so?
Yeah,
subjective still.
Yeah, still subjective, but yeah, you expect a bit more. Amodine is quite athletic. You see her big, and
yes.
You expect her to jump with that kind of power.
Yes.
It's not just there yet. So
good service. Off the block.
Yeah, on top of the block and all the way to the end of the gym. And another point for Joan.
She's good energy, good power.
Yeah.
4-3. Still close contest.
Yeah, the familiar clap of BBC
has
started.
It's very interesting when a team is losing
on song.
Exactly, good touch.
Yeah, and that at that point, I wanted to see
good scoring.
I wanted to see Catherine hitting that ball. It's high, it's to the back, and then she runs and stands and sets it over. I want to see athletes jump and try to attack that ball.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that would be a free ball, and you see what it costed them at the end of the day. So Comfort does a good job of wiping off, returning the favor to Joan.
Yes.
And a good serve.
Good block.
So,
Vision?
Yeah, Joan one-on-one against Diana, straight to her hands, and she cannot retrieve the rebound. So
it makes the block strategize better for Vision, because you almost know where is not going to be Serie, given the ball in the middle.
Exactly.
So it makes it easier for the serves it into the middle of the net.
I think players do that most times when they're at crossroads in their minds. Where do I want to serve? Who do I serve to? If they pick their target and they focus there, then it normally goes there. But this time she seemed to look to the line and then go to the diagonal.
Soft off spin on court. Flat-footed, just look at how they're standing.
Yeah, and Diana is normally sensational in position 6. When Nkumba was playing Sportes in the league,
Yeah.
she picked everything, and they were much harder than that. And that was on a hard court outdoor in Nkumba.
Yeah.
So it just kept Sportes going, and yeah, they won the game 3-0. But it was down to those moments of Diana being able to pick all those balls that went to position 6, and that normally no one would have picked.
Yeah, true. Vision trying to build a range 7-5. Good fighter, unfortunately, goes off court.
Yeah, but at this time, like you said, so this time at least Amoding made a step forward, a dive of sorts, picked up the ball, it went to the middle of the net. Logos tried to retrieve it, and Johan tried to play the third touch. And yeah, it was. That's what you want to see from your athletes. Some fight
in them. Unfortunately, Pascal serves off the antenna.
Yeah, again, something that as a coach you don't want to see that. It's very frustrating unless the serve is you're really trying to target a position. Second chance for Hillary. And I think she's run out of confidence.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. Did it build confidence now?
Yeah, it's the first one was also a soft hit, and picked it easy, and the second one didn't barely reach the net.
Sportes, the attackers need to kill. Credit to Vision as well for making sure they touch at least every ball. They're avoiding the ball being grounded on their court.
To the middle and just a soft turn and score. I was going to tell you that it's very typical of coaches to stick to a certain lineup regardless of what the results are yielding, regardless of the performance of the players. Right now, Hillary is receiving as much as Comfort and Diana.
Yes.
So why not play Diana and Comfort in diagonal with each other as receivers,
yes,
and then get Hillary to
play opposite.
Yes, to play opposite.
I can see some fight in Esther now. She seems to be determined.
Yeah, much better. It's off the net, but try to play it.
Okay, this is a good rally.
Yeah.
Good explosiveness. Oh.
Yes, and she had to just direct the ball upward.
The way she positioned her body.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she just kept it low, kept her hands low.
The fans appreciated that as well.
Yeah.
Good service by Doreen. There you go, that's what you were talking about. Yes. Oh, and she goes.
And there was only one blocker,
and that was the center blocker.
Yeah.
They had got them off position.
Simply because the setter had run to play a ball in position 4, and then didn't have the time to.
The fans are commenting on the scores.
Yeah, it's 29-8. That is ridiculous.
I still feel that ball is a little low.
Yeah, and it's getting, because the last 3 balls it was hard for Joan to score, and they're ganging up on her.
Yes.
This time it was Catherine and Scholar, and she had little chance. And the angles were also too hard for her to play that ball.
She's trying to use the block, but she goes off court.
Yeah, very long. There was no cap to it. I
She
think.
hit it flat.
Yeah. She can still afford a smile
Smile,
between
you know.
her and the coach. Yeah. Comfort.
Oh, this time she gets the hands
Yeah.
and uses the block to get her to score a point for her team. Spotters 9, Spotters 12, Vision.
Yeah, that is Samuel at his best.
When it
Yeah.
comes to position,
He
he's
is
always spot on.
very alert,
Very
very
alert.
alert, and is
No contest.
No contest. Everyone understands it. They move
You
quietly
just
to
look
their
at yourself
positions.
and
Yeah, and life goes on. Good set, beautiful, beautiful to watch from Dorian.
and she closed it. You notice that Vision are sending a tall block now for comfort.
Yeah, she's going to comfort in all positions. Yeah, a 5-point lead for BBC. That set, 15-9.
Down the line
Yeah.
of
And-
the setter
That's
on backcourt.
of Amoding. Yeah, but Amoding, I think, should also do a bit better than that. She's quite tall and
Yes.
has a good block. So if they hit the ball to the line like that and you can't even touch it, then that's a very big problem a big point of concern for Subuga.
Good service, touch the net.
Yes, yeah. First set.
Interesting. Vision had started serving middle in this set, but they have gone back. They went back to the side, serving position 5. Good service from Esther of Catherine.
2-point game.
I always refer to your statement of ladies. Please, you can't. The
Yeah.
range you don't count
Yeah,
it off.
yeah, it's not a problem.
If it's
It's never a problem
never
for
a
them.
problem.
Yeah. They donate
Good
very
service
quickly.
there.
Excellent
service.
serve.
Okay, people, what do they do? How do they process this?
I really like the defense of Logose in this.
Okay, we got another chance.
A complete mishit. The first tip was blocked back by the
Scholar?
center block, yes, and then the second one she thought, yeah, I should smash this.
Smash this. They took off their hand.
Yeah.
Good block. Very good block. She wanted to go line, but the block brought her back on court. 16 Vision, 12 Spotters. Oh, good hit, but she netted.
Yeah, but even Irene didn't seem to know that the attacker touched the net, which means she's blocking with her eyes closed.
Close.
Yeah, she's blocking with her eyes closed, and that happens a lot with in volleyball.
Yes.
That blockers always close their eyes and try to block, and it becomes chance.
Yeah, true sometimes, but sometimes the blockers tend to just jump. The timing, if you don't look at the approach of the attacker, can be a very big challenge for your team.
Well, Subuka will be extremely happy, but I don't think Damoria will be happy. Malik will not be happy. It's there's no fight, there's no life, and it seems
The fight they had in the first set is gone. Vision is the one which has now picked it up.
yeah, it seems Joan is really stifling the life out of Comfort because it's a contest between the two.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's happening all the time. So every time Comfort is going to, now it's the other way around. So they don't think she's a threat anymore.
She still goes off the block.
Yeah,
Spotters, 13-17.
yeah, the Scottish players wanted the ref to call for touches or something.
So Pascal goes out for Gloria.
And I'm not sure Gloria is ready to play because she's been, we'll see. It's yet to be seen, but she was just sitting on the bench and nothing. You have to get yourself ready. See?
She gives a free ball. That should
Yes.
have been a kill.
That should have been a kill. Someone who is. Yes.
And they went down exactly where she was.
Yeah, BBC really enjoyed that one. It's not a really quick attack, it's second tempo, and Logos gets her second hit of the game. Yeah, nice one. They enjoyed it, but it came off a free ball to BBC.
And they can tell that the body language of Spotters is not there. Good defense. Flat-footed.
Again, all the three at the back. Comfort, Hillary, and the Libro. Especially the Libro for me should take the lead in that. It's right in the middle of the court.
Command the backcourt. Timeout Spotters. 19 Vision, 13 Spotters. Spotters doesn't seem to have somebody who is now taking command when they are on court.
Yeah. No leadership.
No
Doreen
leadership.
is very quiet. The Libro is very quiet. She was quite vocal at the beginning of the game. And you don't see this. The outsides are making a lot of errors. That's Diana, Hillary, and Comfort. They've all hit out a couple of times each. And it was only Esther trying to make some points.
Yes, she was.
That's the person the setter was trying to go to. So
Then also the Vision realized and they started putting a 2-1 block for her in the middle, making it a bit hard for her to score.
yes, and also the cover for her when she is at the net, they are picking off the tip
The
balls.
tips. So Spotters makes a double substitution, I think. Doreen goes off for Kalanzi, and Comfort is being replaced by Laurette. So now they bring the third option in attack.
So we have two new ones at the net. When you look at Gloria, at the net, you wonder whether she will be willing to go to attack a ball.
Okay, let's see how they can defend. Okay, good block by Diana. Gloria still seems to
Exactly my point.
expected.
I mentioned it earlier. So when you have players at the bench, the BBC players are standing.
Active.
Yes, they're active at the bench. The Scottish players are all seated, and that is it's not nice.
Shows
to
they are
see.
not prepared for the game.
No, not at all. And that's what they'll bring to the table.
Because
Exactly what I said. Also, another complete mishit by Diana, long out. Yeah.
21-13. in favor of Vision.
Well, a bit of excitement. And she could afford a smile on that
I
one.
always want, I like it when players always have that morale in them. Even if you're trailing, you should have that self-belief and self-drive in you.
Yeah, another substitution for
Sporters,
yeah, then out.
Kalonji in.
Shali comes in to do the serve.
Do you take it that from the substitutions that are being made by Sporters, are they resting their players, or you think they are putting this to have the fight?
Well, I think they're just trying to give opportunity to the others and try to
rest their players for the next set?
Yeah.
Oh, good block by Dohun.
Yeah. She stopped the first one by literally standing, and interestingly, Subuga calls for
Timeout.
The second timeout
No, that's his first timeout
of the set.
of the set.
Yeah, so maybe trying to get them to understand that, look, the game is not done, we have to mean business.
Yes.
And before it even starts.
Very true. Sometimes players tend to look at the points and they say this is a big range,
and especially when there are a lot of subs on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, coming up after this will be OBB from Iganga versus Sporters Men, game 1 of the second semi-final. And
anticipated match.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
After this game.
So Shali gets the second opportunity to serve.
She passes the ball over. Good defensive block. And that one into the net. That's the second time.
Yeah, there was no jump. It's straight to the belt.
And the set had made an effort with the ball was rushing towards the net. She ran, like you said earlier on. If the setter doesn't move fast, you have to be there on time. And she finally gets it on point. That's the first point from.
Yeah, but just barely. It had to bounce off the belt.
Net, off the belt.
Yeah.
Top of the net.
Yeah.
I think the only two players so far who have not been substituted for Sporters are Hillary and Esther.
Yes. Yeah, a good tip ball. The setter made an effort, but not good enough. And Subuga brings his second center blocker, that is Hanifa, to block for Scholar. Just to give her a feel, I believe.
Yeah, sure. Just in case you need to call on her later on.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Vision has
set point for Vision.
I was saying that they are now serving in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
I think they have noticed there's a lot of collision among the Sporters players.
Yeah. Now, Shali has stepped back and the libero stepped forward. But why didn't she do that already? Why did she wait for the ace to drop in front of Shali for her to step forward? So she should recognize, she knows that, yeah, I need to take responsibility. And she's not quite taking that responsibility.
That's very true.
Yes.
Vision takes the set, 25-16.
And even more convincing than the second set.
Yes, true.
Bigger margin, and they should be buoyed by that. And, Sporters are in a really
low mood. You can really look at them, body language.
Yeah, and that place, they have to the only way back for them is to play with a nothing to lose attitude.
That is it. That's what they should try to do. Vision, on the other hand, seem relaxed. You can even look at the players talking to themselves. I think they have the belief, the confidence has come back from the first set where they started very low. For our viewers who are just joining us, this is Sports versus Vision playoff game 1, and the set score is 2-1 in favor of Vision.
Yeah, the first set was taken by Sports. I told you, it wasn't a case of Sports playing so well, but it was a case of Vision being completely out of sorts.
Making most of the errors.
Yeah, now they eliminate the errors, and then the margin is already too big. And Sports have to step up. They need to start playing with some fight.
Some passion.
They need, yes, and they need to be a bit explosive, as BBC are. Of course, Diana and Hillary can do it. They've been doing it, so they should be able to do it. Yes, they've left the work to Esther alone, and that's a shame because,
she can't do it alone.
Yeah, it's a team sport.
Yes, but Esther really had a fight in this last set. You'd really see she was trying to push. Unfortunately, to the middle, it's very hard. If the reception is not, if the pass doesn't reach, it becomes very hard to use the middle. As we brace for the next game, we can see some of the players are moving out to, I think, get dressed. Good to see Rukunde back. After that injury he got, I don't know if he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be able to play. They are going to the dressing room already.
Back to this game, fourth set between Vision and Sports Ladies. Game 1 of the playoffs 2020. This live stream broadcast sponsored by Alcazar Restaurant.
The one change for Sports, Gloria
Pascal.
Yes, and certainly it will improve their average height by far.
True. And at least she came and made at least a kill block and tried to touch.
Yeah, 2 blocks.
The ball.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like you said, the
some
coach
people are
has,
listening to you.
coach has stuck with the same lineup. Both teams actually. There's also been a change. Vision. We're having Hanifa for Scholar. And the clap of Vision finally comes.
Yeah. Also interesting that Rebecca gets to serve first. And previously it was always Flavia.
Yes.
So Flavia starts in position 2.
Tactical change from the coach?
Well, I don't know what's tactical about that, because the block, it means you have a smaller block. Unless they feel that Logos has a better serve and had a better serve, good serve, and they wanted her to maintain her rhythm. So 1-0 to Sports in the fourth set, which they have to win
to stay in this game.
Yeah. And Doreen serves it out. Those are definitely nerves.
At this particular moment, you don't need this.
Yeah, you've done, this is the fourth set. So that's her second serve out, by the way, in a row.
Yes, true. Off the block, good touch. The difference of good difference.
Good hit as well.
And good blow. Nice rally.
Yeah, good rally. this, I think they need to warm us up like that, so that
true.
we are really ready for the next game.
You know, interesting. Esther is coming to dump, and the Vision players now know that. She's serving the net, so they are actually positioning themselves in the 3-meter zone. To be able to pick those dumps.
In that instance, it was Kathy, and she just didn't block. She just stepped off and waited for the dump.
So they already know what she's going to do.
Just a bit out of position, and her angles were a bit wrong. Otherwise, it wasn't a hard hit, and they should have been able to play it. But before that, the serve went to Diana, and she still didn't pass it well, at least into the attack zone. So it's very difficult for the setter.
They're making it very hard for her. Limiting the options. And when you look at the block now they have here, it's a good block.
Except for when the setter is at the net, when Flavia is at the net. But after that, Vision really have a quite good block.
The height is there, the energy is there.
That's a very lame one. It has no conviction from Catherine. Very disappointing. And if I were the coach, I'd be screaming.
She's been serving well.
It's just a matter of concentration and what do you want to do with that serve? Who do you want to serve to? Good set. And Diana tried to look for the line, but unfortunately just slightly out.
Off the court.
And Hanifa goes to serve. A first serve
service of the game. Actually.
Let's see what she has in the bag for us. Oh, a nice one.
Service.
Nice one. And a block here from Joy.
Well passed by Diana. I wonder why they can't take that extra step. They are standing and stretching to the ball. Yet they can see the flight path of the ball and make that extra step towards it. She tried to look for the hand.
She felt that one, huh? She felt it. She was shaking her fingers and saying, "Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this?" I see.
Good service.
Former teammates from Nkumba, Salva and Jangole, Joseph.
By the libero.
Preparing for the next match. They are excited about it, but I think when the match starts, they're not smiling at each other.
She goes well. Oh, but there was a net violation.
A bit too excited to block.
I guess so. But it was a good rally.
Becky and Joan. So I was speaking a few days ago about how important the institution clubs are to volleyball.
Yes.
Now, Sportes plays with this OBB, and we have 4 players, five players on split up whichever, who were once in Nkumba and 3 are in 3 in Sportes and 2 are in OBB.
That is very true.
And also if you look at the number who are from UCU and also Ndeje, then it's you see that it's important.
By the institution is very important.
These spikers have to work on their tip balls. It's really not nice. They're failing. None of them is tipping it in the right way.
True.
It's either the net or
and they seem to come knowing that we are going to tip the ball.
But it's not even using the tip, it's using the palm.
They have the out attackers of Sporters have really failed to kill that ball. Diana, yes, the ball is going through, but she's not killing it. This time
maybe she has to miss hit a bit more, then she can get the ball on court.
Interesting. like that miss hit, and it's actually on court. 6, 7, Sport serving. So Diana goes to the service zone. Get another chance. I like the communication so far.
That's the way to defend
Yes.
by Patricia. But initially, very good defense. Only the attack to follow it up wasn't good enough from Comfort. But that's the way to defend. Very nice, well cushioned, goes up, and that's as a setter. It's a joy to go into that ball to set it.
Very true. Good work done by the block. And there she goes. Good attack by Kathy. You wouldn't want, in such a period, you wouldn't want the attackers killing the ball on your court that hard. No. It will actually discourage the players more. So you have to make an effort to touch all the balls.
The center blocker, Gloria, tried, but it wasn't good enough. The attack still went above her, completely above her. And that's a very good serve from Amoding and a block from
Center.
And the ball miraculously is still up.
Good fight by the libero. Jackie. Wasn't that ball going out?
Probably out, and probably the libero had it covered and
stretched. That was by Amoding.
Yeah, sends Gloria to serve.
Game still on 2-point game, 7-9.
Yeah, Esther comes in and Doreen will be the happiest to see Esther at the net.
At this particular moment.
Yeah, but still no communication with the block because Hillary was running off.
Yes.
They seemed to knock each other, and Esther was also off the net. It bounced off her, and it's one of those things in volleyball. They say in volleyball, someone was telling me while we were in when I was in Germany that the most stupid people in volleyball are the blockers because they know you're coming and they still will do something stupid.
I've never thought of it that way, but it's interesting.
They know you're coming and they know you're going to hit it this way, but still
not do anything.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think this lineup at the net is one of the strongest that Sporters can have. Maybe with when Diana moves.
Yes.
Well. Yeah. Now this is when you'd want like your best server to keep the ball.
That wasn't a float, but they need to
pass the ball.
They've given themselves a chance. And it's either into the net or long out of the court. So it's a point of where is she contacting the ball from? How is she jumping? How far is her swing relative to the ball? So if she doesn't get that right, then now this time into the net means that she's under the ball.
Yes.
Very good set from Doreen, and Hillary didn't seem to expect it. She seemed to confuse everyone. That's the nice thing about jump setting. And I like it that Doreen has jump set, and she's done quite well. She's given her teammates a very good chance many times in how she's set. Only that they failed to convert it.
I actually also like it when setter jump sets. I normally tell people that the jump setters are the ones who used to disturb me a lot. When Tony is jump setting, it's back short and you're like, is it going to position 4?
Yeah, and sometimes when we're doing the jump set, you want to wait so long, and then you also surprise yourself. You say, now I'm not making up my mind where this ball is going until the last moment. And then I'll make a moment. If I see the center blocker move or they don't move, or if I see that the blockers on the sides move or they don't move, then that's when you make your decision. And most times it beats the block.
A lot of times. A lot of time. Fourth set, 12 vision, 8 spotters.
The best attack vision can have at the net.
Still the pass doesn't reach.
Yeah, and now they have a chance to make the point. And yeah,
Off the block.
Yeah, off the block, and it's off Hillary again. And the battle of the two, by far, Joan has been better than Comfort.
She has. She surely has.
So now Hillary has to step back to receive, and
So they take
it's
Comfort off.
the only stable factor maybe in reception has been Ghana.
Good effort. I like it when players are explosive.
But when the ball went over,
Yes.
you expect Hillary to run to the net because that is the person who Hillary is supposed to block.
True.
So Hillary is nowhere. Esther is on her own. But then also, Comfort should have seen that coming. None of them react, and Esther doesn't jump too high, and the ball is going over her completely.
Exactly. Good defense. by
Yes,
the
good
Libyan.
hit and good defense. Now, that's what I want to see from the outside hitters.
Yes.
You don't pass a free ball. Hit it.
Just shoot it off.
Yeah, but again, Joan gets the better of Comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah.
And Spotters makes a substitution. Off goes Doreen.
Yeah, I feel sorry for her because it's very confusing. It's not her problem.
It's not her fault.
It's just the case of the attackers failing to do their part.
That is very true.
The sets are actually very nice.
Yes. Off the block finally from Comfort.
Yeah.
9:15 for our viewers who are just joining us.
Anyway, back for Spotters.
First of all, they have to change the body language. They have to show the fight. They need the fight first. That is the first thing they need to do. Good hit. With this kind of big hit, I'm telling you, the morale will...
Joan is having fun. Catherine is having fun.
True.
And Spotters need Comfort to have fun. They need Diana to have fun.
Very
They
true.
need Hillary to be awake.
They need Esther.
Yeah, they need Esther to be there.
Good block. Big hit from Amoding. I always say, you see now, vision is the players are actually even having fun. I would like to see that from Spotters as well. I always said I can't play volleyball and go back when I'm sad. Time out Spotters. Scores are 9-17.
First time out?
This is the second time out.
Don't you think it's a bit too late?
It is. I think the coach is just going to try to encourage them, give them some words of encouragement, tell them to go and play and enjoy the game of volleyball. Do the basics right. Start with the basics and everything will fall in place.
Yeah, almost not too much for Subuka to say. He hasn't even said a word to his team. So
The players
says it.
believe in
Yeah,
themselves. It says
yes,
a lot.
Yeah.
As a coach, you'd want to see that from your players. Kathy goes to the service box, serving 17-9. I think do you see Spotters coming back, the body language, there's no fight. See how Hillary is positioning herself.
No, they've given up.
They've given up. They just show like they should have the belief that in the second set they were leading by a big
When they started the match, Spotters were singing, they were dancing, it was nice to watch. They were enjoying the moment.
Yes.
And it's not quite the same. And for me, I think for Spotters, it starts from the libero. if
Yes.
the libero is on song, then you'll see
rest will follow.
it spreads onto the others.
Good block. Everything now seems to be working for Vision. The block is positioning itself well.
Yeah.
They are joining, the center blocker is joining well. 29.
Oof. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of homework for
Game
squatters to
Everything they touch seems to turn to gold.
yeah. Right now, that's volleyball. When it's happening for you,
It happens.
it happens. Full blast.
Full blast. You can even see the coach has given up because finally comfort goes down the line. I was saying the coach of Sportes has actually sat before he had been on the touch line, but now he's sitting.
Yeah, that's a sign. It's not a good sign, and it's not a good thing because it spreads to the players. What you normally do, whether you're winning or not, especially when you're winning, has to be consistent, even when you're not winning.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to speak with them the same. You need to speak with them the same. You need to relate with them the same, encourage them the same. And they seem to have, dropped off and let it be.
A timeout called by Suruga.
Yeah, after an ace by Shamila. A good serve as
serve,
well,
yes.
and she celebrated it.
Yes, she enjoyed her moment.
It would be nice to see the other teammates
Join.
enjoy it with her. Yeah. Not even the libero.
Celebrated.
Yeah, you want to see that.
Yes. I remember one.
And
game
now it's a
where
timeout, and no one is speaking with them. Not the players on the
the
bench.
coaches just seated. Like you said, it speaks a lot. It will spread to the players. They now believe that they have given up on them as well.
Yeah, but the bench has to. They have to. They must be having things to tell them.
Yes.
And even their teammates. Their teammates are sitting and they're talking. And I don't know whether it's you want to see this one. Yeah, these ones come and then everyone. It's a team sport, so everyone in it. Lose or win.
Yeah, we win as a team, we lose as a team. Good service. She's pressed her service, but this time it has gone off court.
Yeah, at least she went for it because there's nothing to lose.
Yeah, take the risk. Vision brings in Maggie for Hanifa to serve.
So on average in the playoffs, Vision has the biggest team. Biggest in terms of height.
Okay.
Yeah, if you see Hanifa and then Scholar and then you see Joan and then Amodine. Yeah, good hit. That's what we know she can do.
Yeah, she can do that.
And she has to produce those goods consistently. These are the
From
playoffs.
start.
Yeah.
These are the playoffs. We expect to see fire.
So that was a nicely hit ball and it was above the block as well.
Yes. She actually explodes when she wants to. You see her going with all the zeal to attack that ball.
Good serve, good pass.
Off the block position.
Yeah, Vision edging ever closer to
The first win.
Yeah.
The win. Game 1.
and the substitutes are enjoying it on the bench.
They're dancing.
Yeah.
They're enjoying the moment. Another thing I think the sporters need to adjust on is having your bench players sitting during the game.
Yeah, totally off there for contact. Yeah, running with excitement to go and make her appearance.
At 24 and something.
Yeah, and that is Auma Hillary. Very excited to go and serve.
happy.
Yeah, yeah, the excitement is so nice to watch.
I hope the service is also nice to watch as well.
Left-handed.
He's left-handed, looks left.
Yeah.
He is. And she serves it over.
In down the line, good hit. The defense
little
was
late, though.
out of sorts. Yeah, but match point for second match point for Vision, and they still have 11 more match points. How incredible!
Very, very incredible. I don't know what miracle can happen, but you said,
No,
oh, she gets it in the net. Is that excitement?
yeah, a little bit.
But the coach can still afford to sit and know he still has 10 match points.
Yeah. Ay. That is what interesting decision.
And again, won
The
by
BBC players led by Amoding in celebration of a deserved win, I could say. They stepped up after the first set and really put their foot on the ground, stood their ground, exploded. Yeah,
they really suppressed Sportes in from the second set. I actually thought when Sportes led that game, the second set, when
the first set.
No, the second when they served 9-2. That is where they lost it. When normally,
when the team break the gap and quarter.
That's when they started losing their confidence. They started making more errors. So Vision takes the day, 3-1, game 1.
It's game 1, of course. They've drawn past blood. Sportes has to go and do a lot of homework. Vision can look to build on that, just like KCC.
Yesterday.
We wait to see how much they'll have learned from this encounter, game 1.
Yes.
And see what they can bring to the table next weekend.
It would be very interesting to watch those games because Sportes will come knowing if they lose the series.
Yeah,
they're out of the finals.
Yeah.
So it is going to be the same will happen between KCC and DJ.
Yeah.
Those would be very good matches to watch.
Yeah, it's amazing how these teams change very quickly because a few games into the second round, BBC didn't seem very comfortable in how they played. They were out of sorts. Kathy wasn't playing very well. Amodin wasn't playing very well. So but they've done a good job of themselves, picked themselves up, and they are very happy. Saying cheers to the crowds. It's nice to see. Huh?
It's very good to see.
This is
the playoffs, like you say.
Yeah, and sport. This is the joy that sports brings to people.
And it's good that the players connect with the fans.
Yeah.
You come and you know your fans are there, and at least you can go and thank them for the support that they were given.
Yeah. So like we said, homework for Sportes, something to build on for BBC. And we hope they'll bring a good show in the next match next weekend.
Yes.
Now we're breaking off for now, and then we will be back for the next match between OBB and Sportes. Have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon to our viewers.